Hello, everyone. Today, I would like us to talk about research, which is a very important subject, which is critical as it is a cross cutting subject across a variety of disciplines. Now, what is research? Research can simply be defined as a systematic inquiry into a phenomenon. Etymologically, the word research comes from the French word recherche, meaning research or investigation. In English, the term research is comprised of two components, re and search. Combined, the two denote searching again and again, implying a rigorous search. Research thus entails a careful and thorough investigation or inquiry aimed at obtaining new knowledge in a particular discipline. Research thus is a voyage of discovery, a movement from the known to the unknown. Research is a process for advancing knowledge to enable humanity to relate more effectively and oppositely to its environment. It is a systematic, methodical, empirical, logical, orderly, sequential, and cyclical process consisting of enunciating a problem, choosing and employing appropriate methodology, collecting data, analyzing the data, and reaching certain conclusions, usually in the form of a solution to the problem. Now let's look at characteristics of research. Firstly, research is empirical. That is, it is based on the direct experience or observation of the researcher. Secondly, research is logical, meaning it reaches conclusions through logical reasoning and following valid procedures and principles. Thirdly, research is analytical, meaning it utilizes proven analytical procedures in gathering and analyzing data. Research is also critical, that is, it involves critical thinking and precise judgment. Another characteristic of research is that it is methodical, that is, it employs systematic methods and procedures. Another characteristic is that research is cyclical because it usually starts with a problem and ends with a solution or solutions to the problem. But it also ends with identification of more problems requiring further research. So it is cyclical. Another characteristic feature of research is replicability. That means if a research is properly thought out and it has a clear design and procedures, it is replicable. It can be replicated or it can be redone or reproduced again by a different researcher following the same design and the same procedures, coming up with invariably the same results. So replication of the research also helps in validating the research itself. If another researcher employs the same methodology, the same procedures, and comes up with basically the same results that validates the research. Then research is also systematic. In other words, it follows a certain logical sequence, and procedure. It's systematic. Research is also objective. So objectivity is one of the characteristics of research. In research, the researcher usually resists the temptation to be biased or to see things in their own personal way, or to apply their own interests and personal preferences in the research, distancing themselves from the research itself and looking at it objectively. So objectivity is a key characteristic of research. Then the other characteristic is that research is usually properly reported. A research is carefully recorded and reported so that the reader of the research report is able to follow the procedures taken, the methodology applied, and to understand the findings and the results, conclusions, and recommendations of the research. Then lastly, a research is distinguished or defined by the generation of new knowledge. In other words, research usually seeks to generate new knowledge, thereby expanding the frontiers of knowledge in a given discipline. Thank you. That's enough for us today. Next time when we meet, we'll be looking at another topic relative to the subject of research. I look forward to meeting you again. Thank you.